What else we got? We got anything else, or you want to move on to the movie?
Well, David, it's Halloween.
Oh, that's true. This will come out on Halloween. So if you want to see our costumes last week
we had our excellent costumes.
By the way, I posted our review of Betrayal at House on the Hill, the board game.
I saw the post.
And then someone wrote, they shared it, and they're like, it's not a walkthrough of the game, but the costumes are worth it. Just go watch the video. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
The one bad thing I didn't see this coming is I showed a couple people the video at work and stuff, like friends and stuff like that. They're like, oh, that's cool. He dressed up as Donald Trump and you dressed up as Hillary Clinton. And I'm like, no, I didn't dress up as Hillary Clinton. I dressed up as 11.
For the record, you didn't look anything like
whatever.
Hillary Clinton, so.
Yeah, I'm like, well, maybe the bloody nose. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, since today is Halloween, since this is going to come out on Halloween, we thought we'd talk about our top 3 candies of all time. I also want to talk about what candies do not give out candies. The don't do this for Halloween candy. So
okay.
Number 3, we'll start. You want to start? You want me to start?
Go right ahead, David.
Actually, I think ours is the same for number 3, if I remember correctly. We went over this a little bit. My number 3 is the candy bar. Well, first I want to talk about, when I think of candy, like Halloween candy, I think of chocolate bar, like a candy bar. Okay. But those aren't my favorite candies, which you'll find out here soon, except one exception.
Well, see, I kind of thought opposite is I'm a big chocolate fan. So my top 3 would have been chocolate easily. I did. My number 3 is not chocolate, just so it's not all chocolate. But I'm a big chocolate fan. You are not, right?
I like it, but I'm not a die in the wool. No. I will definitely partake.
Yeah,
if you're passing it out, I will definitely take a piece. But I'm not a die in the wool chocolate fan. I don't really love that stuff. But my number 3 is an exception to that rule, and that is the Milky Way.
Well, David, we were talking about this on our walk, when we're walking to lose weight and get healthier, and we're talking about candy.
Exactly.
But I did, for my birthday yesterday, I picked up a Milky Way Midnight bar when I was
the
there.
Dark chocolate version. So I love Milky Way. I love everyone's favorite. I mean, I think it's America's favorite candy bar is the Snickers candy bar.
Which I'm definitely Milky Way over Snickers.
Well, it's the crunch. I want smooth.
Yeah.
I want caramel and nougat. That's all I want. I don't like Twix. I will eat them again. I will eat them. I'm
when
not
offered, I will gladly partake.
I will definitely. But if I had a choice, I'd take the Milky Way over anything else.
Yeah, Milky Way is the best candy bar.
Now they make a Simply Caramel Milky Way, which they shove even more caramel.
You gotta have the nougat.
No, I love the Simply Caramel, but I will take both. But that's definitely my number 3. That's your number 3 as well?
No. My number 3, that would have been honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
My number 3 are just gummy bears. I love me some gummy bears. I put organic in parentheses because my wife got these from a previous coworker, this thing of organic gummy bears. I don't know where she got them.
First of all, gummy bears and organic,
I know.
It's funny.
It's like I don't think gelatin is organic by nature.
Like you have shaped it into a bear and you have colored. You put food coloring in it. Like it's no longer organic.
Yeah, but just the flavoring of it was so good. But anyway, just gummy bears in general. Over worms.
Too much gummy.
Yeah. Gummy bears are the perfect. And give me a good soft gummy bear. Don't give me like the weird gummy bears that are all hard.
See,
it's gross.
No, I like. There's a company called, I think it's called Haribo.
That's the golden one.
Yeah, those are
bag?
good.
No,
they're a little.
You and Dan used to get those all the time when we worked at AT&T together. Those were the gross ones.
No, I want them to be al dente. If you know what I mean, like a little chew to them.
I want them soft.
Nah. See, the problem is if you leave them in the car, that's how you get them. But then they all turn into one giant gummy.
Yeah, that's a little too much. Yeah, so that's my number 3 gummy bears. My number 2.
All right, number 2.
Moving on. This is kind of a broad category, but I just put dark chocolate.
Just any dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Period.
More of anywhere from about 60 to 70% range, or cacao. David.
Cacao.
I just love me some dark chocolate. Just give me a solid dark chocolate bar. I'm good.
Now, did you learn to love dark chocolate? Because you give that to a kid, like either they're like drinking coffee at the age of 4. Like when I ate dark chocolate as a kid, I was like, "What is this? You are fooling me."
Yeah. It's definitely something that just kind of acquired taste. Yeah. But now if you get like a Godiva, like 65, 69% cacao. Oh, so
good. What's that one company? Ghirardelli? They have some really. Yeah, we went to San Francisco where they have. Oh my god.
Yeah, so just dark chocolate I just put as my number 2.
See, now my question: do you like flat dark chocolate when you're just eating chocolate? Like think of like a chocolate bar, or do you like a big thing, like a chunk of chocolate?
Give me the bar.
Now,
probably.
Do you ever put chocolate in the freezer? Are you a fan of that?
I will on some of these. My number 1 candy is specifically good right out of the freezer. But most candy bars, no, because it's really, really hard, and you're like, "Ow, this hurts my teeth."
But it's it's kind of weird.
But it's a good balance between like I obviously don't want melted smooth. I want it like.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. My number 2 is cinnamon bears. Now, this is where
Gross, David.
They're amazing.
Wrong.
No, I absolutely love cinnamon bears. Back to your gummy bear. It's got to be a little al dente. But I think when I think of cinnamon bears, I think of like crappy, that $1, like you can get 2 bags for $1 at the
7-Eleven or something.
Yeah, something like that, like a convenience store. But I love cinnamon candy. I love the Red Hots, but they're a little too hard because they got the shell on the outside.
Tamales.
Hot tamales, that's what they're called. Yeah, I love cinnamon bears so much. I could eat those.
I
for
don't
days.
like any of like the atomic not warheads, atomic fireballs back in the day.
That's too hot. That's too hot.
But just any of the cinnamon flavored stuff, I do not like at all.
I love cinnamon candy. It looks like the best. I'm gonna be an old man.
What was the gum?
Oh, Big Red.
Big Red, yeah.
Yeah, that was only spicy if you try to blow a bubble. It's like burn your mouth every time you chew it. It's fine, but you blow a bubble, it's like, oh my god,
gross.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, cinnamon. I love all cinnamon stuff, cinnamon rolls. So you just give me some cinnamon bears on it. Now, so the problem
Dave is doing a cinnamon challenge next week.
No. I had Brandon Peterson do it once, and he nearly asphyxiated himself because I think you're supposed to do a teaspoon, and he did a tablespoon. Oh my god, I remember that. He nearly murdered himself. That's a tough thing to explain to your, family in your obituary. Died from cinnamon overdose. Anyways, the problem with cinnamon bears though is like they don't come individually wrapped, so you can't get any at the time of Halloween. So that's the only bad part about it. You got to eat the whole bag.
Oh no.
I guess it's not a bad thing. All right, let's move on to number 1.
Go right ahead, David.
My number 1 is in the same vein as my cinnamon bears as far as soft red candy, and it is Australian red licorice.
Good choice, David.
Oh my god,
I love me some Australian.
If you
red
have
licorice.
not tried Australian licorice, first stop the podcast. I don't even care. Go to Target. I think they have it at Target.
Target has them.
Dara Lee Australian red licorice. That is not the best, by the way. There's better out there. You got to go to Amazon. You got to search it out. You got to go to Australia, down under, to get this. It is so good. It's like, okay, when you were the equivalent, this is literally what it is. Okay, remember when you're a kid and you get a fruit by the foot, or you get a fruit roll-up, and you turn it into a giant ball and you shove it in your mouth? That's what Australian red licorice tastes like.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's amazing.
Red licorice is way better, one.
No,
two, it's softer.
No, but it's that same flavor. It's like really good fruit roll. I don't know. It's amazing. They have different flavors. Now, don't get the black licorice because you're just doing I like black licorice. I will get down on some black licorice, but the red licorice is where it's at. It's like soft. It's softer than Twizzlers. It's thicker than Twizzlers. Twizzlers, I think they used to have, or licorice used to have like this. It kind of looked like a tube, like a, I don't know exactly.
Red Vines.
Well, no, not red vines. Those have they have the texture to them, that twist texture. I'm talking like it's just a tube version of. Watch Wayne's World. They have it in the car. Remember the Garthmobile? He had
He
had the licorice dispenser on the
dense, just
thick.
The
thing.
Yeah, noodle.
Yeah, the noodle. There you go. A noodle of licorice. That's what these kind of look like in some instances. Some of them have twists. Oh, but this is one of those. My sister says it's her favorite candy too. It's made by angels with white gloves. But you eat the whole bag. That is the one problem about these. It is super addictive, but absolutely amazing. By far my favorite candy of all time. Red licorice. Get down on that. What's your number 1?
Red licorice.
Australian red licorice.
My number 1, David, as I said, enjoyed best right out of the freezer are the classic Reese's peanut butter cups.
Boom.
Come on, David.
Chocolate and peanut butter.
Easy, best combination ever. The salty, the sweet together. It's perfect.
I like Reese's. I like chocolate and peanut butter, but it's I got to be in a mood. And the thing,
and when it's frozen, when it's like super cold, the peanut butter is almost crumbly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like the paper thing. I just get that out of the way. Like, why are you making me do
wax
work?
paper.
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid.
Just eat it with. Who cares? This will digest with everything else.
Yeah, it's fiber. It's probably one of the few good things in that. But did you? Oh, by the way, did you see? They usually make like tree shapes during, and they make eggs.
I don't like those. Like it's pumpkins for like Halloween or whatever. I don't like it because it's too much peanut butter. The chocolate ratio, they're messing it all up, David.
That's true. Yeah, because it is.
You got to have the peanut butter cup.
Yeah,
that's the best way to go.
But one funny thing, I guess they had trees or something like that, or maybe it was hearts during Valentine's, and everybody on Twitter was giving them a hard time because like they open it and it's like, this doesn't even look like a tree, and they're like, well, it's what it looks like on the inside that matters, or something like that. It's like, I love that Reese's is like trolling people.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna do like a Reese's product, it's got to be the Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces are good. Don't get me wrong. Piece of candy.
Yeah.
But no, peanut butter cups all the way. All the way. And they do have dark chocolate ones, which aren't as good as the milk chocolate ones, though. But they do have dark chocolate.
Do they have the one that's filled
cups.
with like marshmallow? Have you seen that? It's like dark chocolate and marshmallow, but it's in a cup form. It's like no longer Reese's. It's like they've bastardized it and put marshmallow inside it. Those are actually pretty good.
How dare you?
Exactly. They're like, we'll pull them. We got all this extra marshmallow around. What are we going to do? But generally, I will get down on those, but they're not my favorite. The big problem, get off my lawn with candy nowadays. You go to the convenience store. This is how they get you. This is how they get me. First of all, if anybody didn't know, I'm a huge candy sucker. Like,
yeah, over me.
Yeah, I have a problem with candy. I stopped eating a lot of candy recently to try to help with my freaking teeth problems.
You have a problem, Dave.
No, I seriously do. Like, if I go to the grocery store, people are like, oh, they put the candy there next to the register so that it's like an impulse buy. Yeah, it is, because I'm like, oh,
you stare at it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that looks so good. And then I'm going to buy this stupid magazine that tells me about some tabloid garbage. But anyways, I just, and then, okay, so here's my get off my lawn. You can no longer buy like a 2-cup Reese's peanut butter. They don't make them 2-cup anymore. It's like everything's king size, and then you feel like a bigger
default.
Yeah, and then you feel like a bigger loser for your life.
Because you're not going to be like, oh, this has 2 Snickers in it, so I'm just going to eat one. And
No,
you're going to eat the whole thing, obviously.
Exactly. What are you going to wrap it
you
back?
Fat
up?
jerk. Of course you're going to eat both.
Exactly. And then they like cut it in half, so it's like instead of like ordering 2 small sandwiches, or no, instead of ordering a large sandwich, you order 2 smalls, and you feel like it's somehow
better.
No, it's a giant candy bar that you're eating. But generally, I have a big problem with that. But yeah, everything's king size now. I did the 7-Eleven the other day. I wanted a Butterfinger, again, peanut butter chocolate thing. I had to order a king size. I did close it and put it in the freezer. So
you probably should have thrown it in the garbage. Butterfingers are disgusting.
Whatever. How dare you?
But anyway, I was telling you this before. I can't wait till I own a house, because I'm not doing this with renters. Come on, David. But on Halloween, I want to be the cool guy that like gives out the full size candy bars for trick or treat.
That's got to be really expensive though. Even if you go to
Costco, you can get like the full box of like multi ones. I don't think it's that expensive, $10 or something.
Yeah, but that's still expensive. You buy like a bag of candy for $10, you can feed like a
that's
carnival
true.
of kids, man.
I don't know. I always think, because I want to say there was 1 or 2 times going trick or treating when that happened, and you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, you lose your mind.
Yeah,
and it's like then the other person is giving out a box of raisins, and that's when you're like, don't go to his house. But we used to find out who it was, and then we'd go there a couple times.
No, you can't do that, dude.
Yeah,
it's karma, David.
Exactly. That's why I never got.
You're gonna abuse it, and then they're gonna die next year because of karma, and then now no one gets full size candy bars.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
But I did want to talk about, speaking of candies that we do not like, or candies that we would not recommend giving out. My number 1 is any candy that like sticks to your teeth, and you can't you gotta
talked about this,
pry it off your freaking teeth, like
dots.
Yeah, what's it called? Juicy fruits, I think is what it's called. Jujubes, that's what they're called. Ugh.
Yeah, Jujubes, dots, Milk Duds. I'm not a big fan of because they stick to your teeth. If
they're
really soft, then they're good. But like most of the time, they're hard. They're disgusting.
Oh, they're hard, and then they you have to it's so bad.
So I could. Tootsie Rolls are kind of known as like the oldest candy and kind of like the worst Halloween candy. The small Tootsie Rolls, the classic small ones are fine. The fruit ones are fine.
Oh, the fruit ones
are really big, thick looking ones that look like, I don't know, a turd.
They come with like the cardboard in them?
Yeah. Those, because like they stick to your teeth and they're huge. And you take those are just bad. Throw them away.
I like Tootsie Rolls. Like, they're not chocolate, but they are. Like, they're like this. Like Red Vines. What's the flavor of Red Vine? Red?
Like, the best Tootsie Roll ever is the Tootsie Roll Pop, right?
Oh, those get amazing. Down on some of those. But
you gotta save the stars, David.
Did you ever try to turn them in?
No. I never tried to turn them in, but I did keep them.
I did too.
For like a long time.
But as a kid, they're like, if there's a star on it, you can bring it to the grocery store and they'll give it. No, they wouldn't. I did like when I was a kid, you put the quarter in and you take a piece of candy. Did you ever steal any?
Wait, what?
You remember the Brax? I think that was a company, and they had like a big bin at the grocery store of like individual pieces of candy. It's usually hard candy. You get a bag, you put it in there, and like as a kid, you could put a quarter in. You don't know what I'm talking about? So, okay, at the grocery store, let me break this down to you. So there's this big like end cap of, or even like a big area, like think of like where they have all the produce.
Yeah.
Usually it's where the produce is. And I don't think they have this anymore, but because kids were stealing candy like me. And it was a bunch of hard candies, individual wrap candies, and there was like think of like when you go up to when you're a kid, like the machines to ride like the rocket or the little horsey, and you would drop the coin in and it would start up. Well, they had a thing like that, and you would drop a quarter in and you could take a piece of candy. It was like on the honor system.
Oh, so it's like getting a newspaper.
Right.
You just steal all the newspapers.
Right, exactly. You buy one, you take all of them. But in this case, there was no just look around, take a piece of candy. Because your mom would never give you 25 cents because she's like, you don't need candy. We're going to
so you don't even need to put the coin in?
No. It's just
What's the point?
Well, it's the honor system. This candy costs nothing to make.
This is America, okay? There is no honor system in this country.
That's why they don't have it anymore. By the way, if you know what I'm talking about, email us. Let us know about your
Send
Brax.
us a picture of one.
I think it was Brax, BRACH''S. That was the company that made them.
They make all like the crappy Easter candy.
Yeah, and I think they did it by weight, just like you do produce, and they had all different kinds. But most of it was garbage candy, like the Werthers and remember the little strawberry ones? It was like strawberry shaped, and then it was wrapped with green on the top. That's what they had.
Those are pretty good.
Those are
grandma's candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Bit-O honeys are disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of like bottom of the bag Halloween candy.
Well,
Bit-O honeys are
it's
gross.
the black and orange wrapped like caramel chews. You know what I'm talking about? They only have them around at Halloween time. They're just like they're like Bit-O honey, but they're like more like a glob, and then it's just wrapped in the twisty paper.
Did you ever have growing up people who'd make their own candy, like caramel apples and stuff like that?
Don't do that either. Well, you can't even do that anymore now.
Well, you can, but no parent would let.
Right,
their
that's
kid
my
eat
problem.
that candy.
My parents didn't care. They were like, "Is there any needles in there? You're good."
No, we would take our candy normally to our grandma's house and aunt's house. They would go through it and they'd be like, "All right, let's see. This is bad for you. I'm just gonna take all the good candy and then leave all the garbage."
You get Nico wafers and Smarties. It's like, what?
Yeah, so those I can get down some Smarties. But yeah, when like your grandma's taking all the Almond Joys, you're like, come on, man, those are good.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember another thing that I used to love as a kid was like necklace candy? Do you remember this?
That's gross.
Like, you didn't like that stuff
No.
for like the bracelet, the ring pop?
No, because it's like on your skin and stuff, so you're like
You're a
sucking
little
on
kid.
it, and then you're just getting like slobber and like sticky stuff all over your neck and clothes. No, it's gross.
Another candy that I hated as a kid. I don't understand how this became like popular. It was the piece of paper with like the drops of like sugar.
I don't get that.
And you like rip it off and basically eat the paper.
Yeah, and it's literally just
It's like what
sugar.
What is
not even
this?
flavored.
Someone is so damn lazy.
Yeah.
Also, the other one that I hated as a kid was
the wax lips.
Yeah,
You
the
ever
Coke
get those?
bottle. You like bite off what is this?
You
Why?
drink like
a
tiny
shot
shot of like sugar juice, and then I guess you throw the wax bottle away.
I just ate it off.
Of course you did, dude.
I was a candyholic.
Flavored
man.
wax.
Hey man, whatever gets it. What is it? You don't want to eat wax, mister. That's a Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of other candies that you should not give out. That's probably it. I can't think of anything else that I really just dislike as candy. Like the classic, like Mike and Ike is okay, but I don't like the Good and Plenty. That's the licorice one.
Even the Mike and Ike's, it's just the texture of it. It's another one that sticks to your teeth.
It's like hot tamales. Those are good.
No, those are gross.
But I don't even think they give those out because they're not individually wrapped. They're always in a box.
No, I think you can get the tiny little boxes.
I know one that we disagree on. Whoppers. Those are disgusting.
Whoppers are really good.
Disgusting.
I always like biting like a quarter of it off and then sucking it, so then like all the malt kind of dissolves in your mouth,
gross.
and it's so good.
So gross. It's like the worst kind of candy in the world. I think I talked about this. I used to work at a candy shop. It's called Harry and David. They still around. They do like fruit of the month.
Did you own it, David?
I know. Harry and David. You're the first person to make that joke. The worst thing is like when you work at a retailer, you can't do that. You're like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I haven't heard that before, sir.
Exactly. But I used to, you learn that mark out of stock stuff. So like we would give away samples. I just ate so much. I gained a ton of weight there, but it was great. I don't know if I've told this joke on the podcast. Maybe I have. I'm going to tell this joke again. If you've listened to all the episodes, good for you. And you could call me out. But there was this old lady that worked there. Her name was Betty. So it's like a classic old lady name. Mm-hmm. Very sweet lady. She was our sample lady. So she'd come on the weekends and give out samples. Really sweet lady. But these two women came in. And it was like, again, I'm profiling here, but they were clearly of the same-sex persuasion.
Nice.
Okay. And she offers them some, like a bag or some mixed nuts or something like that. And they're like, no, that's okay. And they start walking in the back. And we used to have someone at the front giving away samples and someone in the back. I was 16, or I think I was 16 when I worked there. Yeah, 16, right when I turned 16. And we used to offer the same thing in the front and the back in case she missed somebody because, she's older. She was like sometimes a little weird. She'd tell like war stories. It was weird. Anyways, she was a weird lady. But
that's when the bombs fell.
No, so these people are walking towards the back, and I'm about to offer them some of the same thing, and she shouts over everyone in the store, "David, those ladies don't want any nuts." And I couldn't stop laughing, and like, because I'm 16, and
of course,
I could clearly tell, and it was just like, I almost got fired that day for just being.
Were they offended? Were they like, oh.
I tried, so I think they thought I was laughing because she like just shouted it. I think they got it too, and I hopefully I almost got fired a couple times there because I did like stuff that I thought wouldn't be bad. And you ever had this as a kid? You go up to you want to buy something. You're a little kid. You're like 6 or 7, and your mom gives you some money, and you go up to the
First
register.
of all, that would never happen.
No, but you know, but you've seen this happen.
Giving me money? That's crazy.
You're gonna go buy it, right? Go up to the register and buy it, you know. And so the kid goes up to the register, and then the person scans it, and then they ask for the amount, but like for some reason your parents didn't give you enough because like they don't want to they think you're tax exempt as a child or something, and you just like look, you have this weird look like all I have is this, and I don't have enough. What do I do? So you like look around. I had that happen to me as a kid. Like it wasn't like a thing that destroyed my life. So I pulled that on a little kid. This kid comes up, he's like, gonna buy this bag of candy, and there's no tax on food in Nevada. I don't know if that's federal, but prepared food there's tax, but I don't think
something like that. Yeah,
like groceries you don't pay tax on. So it was like $4.95 for the bag. He has a $5 bill. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pull this on this kid. I'm gonna say $5.25 because I just want to see his reaction. So I go $5.25, right? And the kid's like, does the thing. He like looks at his mom, and I'm like, I'm just kidding. Like literally half a second. I'm like, I'm just kidding. It's $4.95. You got enough. Give me the $5. I'll give you a nickel back, right? In the meantime, his mom walks up and she goes, I just want you to know, we've been looking around all day for something for him, and this is the one thing he wanted.
And he got it.
No, but she just made me, and she's like, and you pulled that on him. And I was like, I didn't, I felt like I thought I was going to I was like, I'm going to quit. You should just fire me at this point.
First of all, how dare that woman not have a sense of humor?
But it was just like, she's like, we've been looking around all day. He couldn't find a single thing he wanted. And you go ahead and pull that crap. I was like, I'm sorry. I just was, because it happened to me, and it was terrible when it happened to me. So I thought it'd be funny to do it to your kid. But yeah, I'm a terrible person. Get used to it.
That more sounds like a terrible parent, but anyways.
So yeah, that's our candy story. We got anything else? Candy-wise, happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes,
hopefully.
happy Halloween. Be safe. Don't eat razor blades or anything.
Trunk or treat. What's the big thing now? Like people are saying there's, because the marijuana is passing in some states, they give them marijuana candy.
Gummy bears, yeah.
Marijuana gummy bears.
No one does that because it's
on.
kind of expensive for one, and you're just not going to share that.
Exactly. Like
you can go to prison for giving kids candy. No one does that. Come on.
Exactly. Anyways, just chill out. All right, we got our pinnacle of Filmical this week.
Yes, David.
Number 92. Yes, 92 on the list. We are moving through this list quickly. It's crazy that we've already gotten through so many movies. This week is the 1952.
Wait. Oh, the 1952 cross-country epic Singin' in the Rain.
Cross-country epic.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a musical comedy romance.